What's up, guys? Higgins in Japan here with another edition of the Friday video. The Friday video is a video that I make right here in my car on the hill. Oh, so close! On the way home from work. Almost got it. But I mean, after 2 years, 2 years of not making videos, you gotta admit it was pretty close. I almost nailed it. Almost. Hey, what's up, guys? It's Friday, so you know what that means. It's time for another video. Driving home from work. It is November, so it's getting a lot darker these days. So this video that you're seeing is going to be a little on the dark side. Shout out Darth Vader. And the video of me driving, however, should be much clearer, much more stable, and hopefully better edited. I don't know. I've got a new camera setup. Long and short of it, the app that I was using to record both front and back cameras at the same time no longer functions the way that it should, and makes my phone wish that it was dead. So I've switched to a new setup, and so we'll see how this goes, and we'll see how well I decide to edit. Usually Friday videos aren't very edited. I don't put in a whole lot of work editing them because they're meant to be more of a long form video. And so I guess I should probably say right out of the bat here, or right out of the box, in the box, next to the box. Hey, thanks for sticking around the channel. I know there's going to be a lot of people that are happy to see that I'm making another video. There's going to be a lot of people that are like, what is this? Why did I subscribe to this? And that's cool. Both are valid, logical things that you could say about this YouTube channel. But seriously, I wanted to say thank you if you've stuck around. I have gotten messages. This is legit. This isn't me making up things. I have gotten messages from people. I've talked to people in person, which is even weirder. That said, hey, you should make videos again. Like, you should dip your toes back into the waters of YouTube and see what's going on, because a lot has changed in the 2 years that I've stopped making videos. I'm not going to go through this light right now because the person in front of me is already like parked in the crosswalk, even though it's green. Like, I'm not going to be that guy that, you know, I know this town, everybody likes to just drive with a reckless disregard for the laws. Anyways, as I was rambling on, I just wanted to really honestly say thank you for sticking around the channel. I have been doing other things. I'm still in Japan. I have been doing other things. I've been on podcasts and, you know, Instagram and Twitter, or X as it's now called, because now it's called X, because it's been 2 years since I made a video and everything in the world has changed. Oh, okay, we're gonna stop here for a second. But yeah, so if you've been following me on all the socially things, thank you. You know that I still have been doing things here in Japan, and hopefully you've liked that content. But I really wanted to start up the Friday video thing because, one, if you're new to the channel, then welcome. But this is more of a long form video where I ramble and talk about life in Japan, teaching in Japan, especially because I am an English teacher here in Japan. I have been teaching English in Japan for over 12 years, coming up on 13. Lucky 13. Coming up on 13 years in Japan. And while I will never claim to be any sort of an expert at teaching, I have gotten really good and positive messages from people saying like, hey, that was good advice, or you know, whatever. And so I like to talk about things that either happened at school or have happened at school, how I dealt with them, how you can deal with them, because I feel like, and even more so now, that there's just so much on YouTube that is like not geared towards actually helping people. It's more of just complaining and not giving any good advice or sound advice or any even bad advice. I'll take bad advice on how to deal with situations here in Japan. And it's very easy to be cynical and very easy to be dismissive of other people's situations here in Japan, and I'm just trying to help people out, help people be better teachers, help people have more fun in Japan. And so hopefully, if that appeals to you, then these videos on Friday, and there's a whole back catalog, so go check out whatever I talked about last time. Yeah, I just want to help people out that live in Japan, because, and I've said this before, so if you've been around the channel for a while, and you've heard me say this before, but like, the channels on YouTube and the people that I found most helpful to me when I wanted to move to Japan weren't and now it's like, oh, Japan is living in 2050 and is so advanced. Here's an ice cream machine that's a plastic cow that sometimes dispenses ice cream, and then sometimes it just doesn't because it's not really that high tech. And so that's what it is now. But like before I moved to Japan, there was a lot of, and again, no disrespect to anybody making videos about their life in Japan, that's fine. But the things that I found most helpful were people that were living in Japan, that were sharing their daily life in Japan. They were sharing, their experiences, more so than like, hey, here's the robot cafe. Remember that? Remember the robot cafe? That was a big thing. And so like, that's the trends that I see on YouTube of, here's a thing, let's latch onto it, let's act like this is the only country where that thing happens in, and then let's just move on to the next thing, because we don't make actual content. We just find out whoever the latest in. I don't even know who makes videos in Japan anymore. I swear, like, I don't watch anybody's content that lives in Japan. There's like one or two channels that I will like, oh, they put out a video. Tokyo Lens is one of those channels where his content is really entertaining, and I find it interesting, and I think it's cool, and I think he seems like a cool guy. So shouts out to Tokyo Lens. His channel's way bigger than mine, so you've probably seen it. Seen his videos, not mine. But like, yeah, so that's kind of what I wanted to do with these videos, was just help people out. I need to be looking at the traffic lights, because not that anybody cares in this town. Like, people just run red lights rampantly. So, but yeah, just wanting to help people out, help people be better teachers, and help people just enjoy their time in Japan more. So that's where I put out to you guys, if you have questions about life in Japan. I'm more than willing to talk about those things, more than willing to answer your questions and help out in any way that I can. Like I said, I'm not an expert. I'm not trying to sit here and say, oh, I know everything about life in Japan and I know everything about teaching, and it's not that. I just saw or see a vacuum in YouTube of like, let's just get the most views on this random thing that's popular for a week, and then move on to the next thing, and it's cool, I guess. I mean, it's not the type of stuff that I watch on YouTube, and so I just want to be helpful to you guys. So what have I been doing for the past 2 years, you ask? Thank you for asking. Let me clear this notification, because let's not mess up this recording, because I definitely haven't done that before. So what have I been doing for the past 2 years? Well, you probably saw on Instagram and or Twitter. I'm never gonna call it anything other than Twitter. I don't care if it's called Jimbo's Backyard Barbecue Festival Time. I'm not calling it that either. You probably saw on Twitter, probably saw on Instagram. I moved. But if you're watching this video, you're like, wait, this town's, I don't know, it looks familiar. Who knows? You're like, hey, this looks familiar. Yeah, because I'm back. So I moved 2 years ago, and then moved back 2 years ago. You can do the math on that one. And still in Tochigi, which is north of Tokyo, if you weren't sure. And this guy's in a turn-only lane, and now he's got to get in the other lane because he doesn't want to turn the direction that I'm turning. So I was working for the city as an English teacher, and then I left and then came back, and then I was working at an eikaiwa. So I did that. So now I have that experience. So I've taught, let me read my resume. I've taught everything from kindergarten classes to CEOs of companies and vice presidents of companies and high school students and junior high school students and elementary school students and parents and moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas. Like, I've taught pretty much every age level that you could in Japan. And a lot of that was, most of that was like public school for the majority of my time here in Japan. I did teach business classes, as well as teaching in public school. Like, I was teaching public school during the day, and at night I would go off and teach business classes, and those were classes to like business employees, and those were really cool classes. Like, I love teaching in public school, but if I could do, like, if it was like, oh, well, you can't teach in public school anymore, like, where would you, sorry, I was about to sneeze. Whew. Where would you want to teach? I'd be like, oh, like, these business classes were a lot of fun. Just a lot of good conversation. Oh, sorry. I got a little runny nose, little stuffy nose. It is influenza season, so I'm trying to stay on the positive side of things, health-wise. And that brings up the next topic. What happened this year? Well, that could be a whole video itself, and so I probably will make a whole video of that myself, or of its. Listen, it's been a long day. I'll probably make a video about that, about like my health scare. I mean, I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared. So that'll be a fun video to look forward to, right? So now, what am I doing now? Still teaching. What am I doing? Teaching in a public school. So I'm kind of back to doing what I was doing before, working for the city, teaching English in a public school setting. And so, yeah, I'm going to end the video here because I want to, drive home. But yeah, thank you for sticking around, for staying subscribed. And if you decide to unsubscribe, that's cool. I understand. I haven't made videos in 2 years, and a lot of times that happens where you don't make a video, and then all of a sudden you make a video, and people are like, oh, what? I don't care about this channel anymore. People have moved on. I get it. That's what we do in life, right? We move on from things. Sometimes for the better. Sometimes for maybe not the better. I'll let you decide which is the better. But, honestly, thank you guys so much for sticking around. Thank you for always watching, supporting the channel. There's new ways that you can support the channel. If you look, there's a lot of cool new links and stuff in the description below, which I'll talk about in another video. I'll make like a cool video. I'll make a video. I don't promise it'll be cool. I'll make another video about those cool things, aka getting your JR Rail Pass, because I'm now a JR Rail Pass affiliate. So if you check out the links in the description below, you can pick up your Shinkansen tickets and help support the channel. Honestly, if you don't, like, it's not a big deal. Like, just watching the videos is support enough. I know that people say that, but I don't monetize my videos. I don't do this to make money. But if you want to support me, people in the past have bought some of my quote-unquote cool merch, and that's fine. If you don't want to, again, just watching these videos is good enough for me. So I thank you. Hopefully, we'll be doing more videos. I will be doing more videos in the future. So stay tuned for that. And as always, if you have any questions or comments or suggestions, things you want me to talk about, things you don't want me to talk about, put those in the comment section below, and I'll see you in the next video, whenever that is. Probably next Friday, or maybe a little sooner. Maybe there's going to be a Higgins Eats Japan video that comes out if I edit it. You know, you never know. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it. Have a good one, and I will see you when I see you. Have a good one, guys. Peace.